Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Magic News with Magic Ridge. On the chopping block today, we've got the good old Adventures of the Forgotten Realms. It's a D&D set, so I'm pretty excited. Couple things real quick I want to get into before I get into that. I want to let you guys know that I have a current giveaway going on right now. I don't want you to miss out. So here's the scoop on that. So you can win a variety of booster packs, Modern Horizons 2, etc., delivered directly to your door for free anywhere in the world. All you gotta do is 3 easy, simple steps. I'm gonna leave a picture of the video right here for you. Go to that video somewhere in Magic Ridge YouTube channel or check the description. I'll leave a link there. And go ahead and watch that video. And all you got to do is subscribe to Magic Ridge YouTube channel, along with leave a thumbs up and leave a comment on that video. It's also a set box opening of Modern Horizons 2. It's pretty cool, so if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and watch that. Good luck to anybody who joins the giveaway. And other than that, we're going to get into the new Adventures of the Forgotten Realm spoilers. Spoiler season's basically here, boys. It's here. We're spoiling stuff, okay? So some other YouTubers have magic tubers have gone over the first few cards here. I can't make a whole video on like 1 or 2 cards unless it's something I'm super passionate about. And Flump is not one of those cards, at least for me. Okay, so here we got Flump. It costs 1 mana of any color. It a plains 2 CC creature type jellyfish. It is a 0/4 defender with flying. Whenever Flump is dealt damage, you and target opponent each, both of y'all, draw a card. Again, I appreciate the card draw in white, but I'm not letting an opponent draw a card. This is personal preference. I mean, if you got a buddy that you're playing with, you want him to draw a card, go for it, you know? Now, this one I am kind of passionate about. I wonder if it's why I see a lot of mill running around in Standard. I didn't even think it was like... I don't think it's ever been like a real thing. Mill's been so... It's just a weird one. So, next up, we've got Tasha's Hideous Laughter for 1 mana of any color and 2 blue. 3 CC sorcery speed. We have each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with total mana value 20 or more. So it's gonna hurt those really fast, really mana efficient decks. But mainly I'm gonna definitely see a lot of this. I think it's Standard for sure. I don't know if there's any other Legacy or like, you know, whatever that would play something like this. I don't know if they have a lot of Miller builds other than like Standard right now. But this is a good one. This is top tier mill card right here. Arguably right now, possibly one of the best. Like I said, if you're going up against CDH, that's probably going to hit pretty good. You copy that, you copy it a couple times, I don't know, play another one, copy that one. What else could you do besides copying it? Copying it's good for sure. But anything, maybe give it flashback from the graveyard somehow by some new cards. Who knows? But very good for mill. You're going to hit a bunch of cards with this, possibly. Especially in limited too, like... And Standard, White Weenies is very popular, like something I play. A lot of aggro builds, so goblins and stuff. You might be able to kill them before they kill you with this new card to add to the mill. So, we'll see with that. Next up, we got a cool looking land. Alright? I'm down. I'm down for whatever, honestly, in the Magic world. You just really can't go wrong a lot, you know, with it. It's definitely like a wonderful hobby. Good for investing too. If you got a lot of money right now, you could definitely do some investing. Let's see. So we've got a weird land. It's called Den of the Bugbear. I'm like looking for a mana cost for land. Idiot. It says a dungeon module R12. Top left corner, it's got a number. It says again R12 or something like that. It says Dungeons and Dragons. It says an adventure for character level 17 through 20. It is a rare land. If you control 2 or more other lands, Den of Bugbear enters the battlefield tapped. You could tap to add a red mana to your mana pool. You could also pay 4 mana, 3 mana of any color, and a mountain 4 CC to until end of turn. Den of the Bugbear becomes a 3/2 red goblin creature with, whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. It's still a land. That could go definitely into some like red deck wins type, red aggro. Very nice, very nice. Next up, we have a Planeswalker, and we have the new dungeon mechanic. So now we have some more info. That's why I'm ready to make this video. We know what's going on now. So here's the Planeswalker I was talking about the other day for those daily guys. We have Eliwick, Tumblestrum. We have another bard. I think it's important to see that we have the artwork, at least, of a bard. Very nice. Happy to see a bard. 2 mana of any color and a forest 4 CC for a legendary Planeswalker, Eliwick. Eliwick has 4 loyalty counters, and she is a mythic. Her +1 lets you venture into the dungeon. What are the dungeons? Well, what is this dungeon mechanic? I will show you in just a moment. Let's just finish her up here. So she has a -2. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. If it's legendary, you gain 3 life. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay? And then we have it's a -7. You get an emblem with creatures you control have trample and haste and get +2/+2 for each differently named dungeon you've completed. Now, so far, and I don't know if there's going to be more, we know of 3 current dungeons. So there's at least 3 dungeons for this final effect here. So if you complete all 3 dungeons, you're going to get +2 times 3, okay? You're going to get like +6/+6 on top of haste and trample. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Some of the dungeons are longer. I think my favorite dungeon is like maybe 6 or so turns. It's pretty big. At least I assume that's how it works. Next up, we've got another legendary creature. I'm pretty excited for him just on account of building a night deck. So I don't know if he'll make a cut or not. But we've got Nadar, Selfless Paladin, for 2 mana of any color and a Plains 3 CC legendary creature type Dragon Knight. He is a rare. He is a 3/3. He has Vigilance, and whenever Nadar, Selfless Paladin, enters the battlefield or attacks, venture into the dungeon. So we have another dungeon fellow. So now the new Sir Gwen deck may or may not have the new dungeon mechanic in there. You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool. It also looks like it's a lord or something like that. So we have other creatures you control get +1/+1 as long as you've completed a dungeon. So yep, he's got a dungeon lord effect there. Pretty cool. Here is the regular version of the card. Personally, I like the regular version. He looks like a badass Dragon Knight. I mean, he could look even crazier, I think, but that's pretty good, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Moving along. There isn't a whole lot of spoilers today, but we're going to move right along. So, next up, we have Shortcut Seeker for 3 mana of any color and a blue mana 4 CC. We have a creature type Human Rogue. This rogue is a 2/5, and whenever Shortcut Seeker deals combat damage to a player, you get to also venture into the dungeon. Alright, next up we have Gloom Stalker for 2 mana of any color and a white mana, 3 mana in total, 3 CC, creature type Dwarf Ranger. He is a 2/3. As long as you've completed a dungeon, Gloom Stalker has double strike. He's got 2 picks in his hand. Watch out, boys. Here's another artwork of the new Bard. Looks like it's just from like a different camera view on her shoulder or something. But we have Eliwick Tumblestrum once again. We're not going to really go over her. She's Eliwick. There you go, Bard stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. Artwork's pretty decent. It looks a lot like the other one. She's got the white frog on her shoulder. So anyhow, excuse me. Here we are, directly into the mines. Or yeah, the dungeons. Sorry. This one's called a mine. So the first dungeon that I'm going to show you, anyway, is called Lost Mine of Phandelver. Okay? Here's a picture of it, and this is what the deal is. So your first turn or whatever it's played, you're going to have the cave entrance, and so you're going to have the option to scry 1. Now, I believe on your second turn or whatever, as this is out, kind of think of it sort of as a saga, but not a saga. It's just going to go somewhere on the board, like where your planeswalker goes. This does not count in the 99 for Commander, so it's just like a freebie, you know, nowadays. It just comes with the deck. It's not a token necessarily, whatever. It's a dungeon. And, okay? You get it? So, the second turn or whatever, you could choose one of two paths. You could go into the Goblin Lair and make a 1/1 Goblin, 1/1 red Goblin creature token, or you can go in the Mine Tunnels and create a treasure token, okay? And that's not it, alright? Turn 3, you've got another couple options. So you can go into the Dark Pool at this point, and each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life, or you can go into the Fungi Cavern. Go and get those fun guys, and target creature gets -4, -0 until your next turn. Okay? Now, if we'd made different decisions, we could have hit the storeroom to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. A lot of stuff going on in this one free type of card. You understand what I'm saying? Definitely would be better in limited. So this is going to be nuts in limited. I'll tell you that right now. As someone that dabbles in limited, I'm going to tell you right now, this dungeon mechanic is going to be in every really high tier deck, I think. And the final thing here for the final turn, we have Temple of Namathon. I'm not sure what that's called. But you get to draw a card there, the last part of the dungeon. Then you complete the dungeon, okay? And, you know, you put it back from where it came from. And, you know, you get all that stuff. All that happened for you for kind of free by playing some of these new cards. So, next up, we're going to have another dungeon. So, is this my favorite one? Yes, this is my absolute favorite dungeon. I don't know what you guys think, but let me know in the comments below what you think. We have Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That's why I'm wearing the mage getup, you know. We got the robe on, boys. All right. So we have Dungeon of the Mad Mage here. First, you come on in, and you've got the Yawning Portal, you know. You get a slow start here. You're gaining 1 life, which that could start a combo loop and kill somebody, but we don't need to go there because that would be silly. Don't do that. Next up, next turn, you have the dungeon level, so you get to scry 1. I like the scry 1. Scrying, I'm in it. I'm in the scry zone. And the third turn or so, it's out. You have 2 options. You have the Goblin Bazaar, so you can create a treasure token, or you can go right to the Twisted Caverns. Target creature can't attack until your next turn. Okay, alright, pretty cool. Again, next turn you'll have the one option of Lost Level. You'll scry 2. Hey, scry 2. Still very good. Next up, you have either one of 2 options. So you can go to the Runestone Caverns to exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. That's something I've been really enjoying in Red right now, and kind of figuring out how to build like a really cool deck where you could play a lot of cards instead of having really good draw mechanics. How about we just play the cards of our library, you know, and it's kind of like a weird pseudo draw in a way. You're playing those cards out of your, you know, your library is your deck now. Something like that, very cool. Yeah, that I guess you see what's my favorite. Next up, you could take a right if you wanted to. This is right up my alley too. If you actually played cards with me a while back, we've got murals, graveyard. We've got a graveyard over here. I love graveyards. So we get to create 2 1/1 black skeleton creature tokens. They're nice. So I could throw this in my skeleton tribal deck whenever I rebuild that. That really should be where my swords go and stuff. But we don't really... We need a new skeleton lord, you know, or legend rather. Like give me a skeleton king, just giant pieces of armor, protect his brittle bones. Anyway, we're getting distracted. We're still in the dungeon. All this is going on, still in the dungeon. All right, then we have one option from here. The next turn, it's called Deep Mines. You're going to scry 3. Very good, okay? I like it. And then the last but not least, you have the Mad Wizard's Lair. You get to draw 3 cards and reveal them. That's a downside. You may cast one of them without paying its mana cost. Wait, free stuff? You're talking about free stuff. Definitely getting... Personally, I'm getting into the dungeon scene. I'm sorry if you guys aren't into the whole, you know, mashup Dungeons and Dragons. But so far with these spoilers, I'm enjoying it. It's nice, okay? And to be honest with you, the last core set box that I ordered, mind you, it's over, back then it was like 110. It was markup. You couldn't get boxes for like 90 bucks or whatever. At least I couldn't. And it's usually like 90, 100 bucks. So it was probably at this point, it was only draft boxes, I think. And I think it was like 110 with shipping, handling, etc. I got my core set 2021 box. I cracked her open. And I was lucky to have like 40, you know, something dollars in return on the box, the last core set. So, you know, I'm happy that they're changing the core set right now after that, because I don't think there was very many good boxes. I mean, it was like probably 3 or 4 bad ones out of all of them. It was really hard to break even. I had a buddy that also bought a box, and he didn't barely go over 50 bucks either. So it's nice to see a change in the core set line, okay? As much as I love angels and all the stuff in the core set, don't stop printing angels, Watsy, if you're watching this. But, I'm down so far. I never played D&D. I've been offered a few times. It's just, I don't have that much of a imagination, if you will. Next up, last and final dungeon that we know about. We have Tomb of Annihilation. As soon as you enter the Son of a Bee, you're trapped at the entry. Each player loses 1 life, including you. Uh-oh. I don't know if we like this dungeon. Next, you can either go left or right in the next turn. We have Veils of Fear. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. Right side, we have Oubliette or something like that. Oubliette, I don't know. It's we get to discard a card and sacrifice an artifact and creature. Oh, wait. I have to really tell you what just happened there. Okay, don't go right in this dungeon. Unless you got some shenanigans going on or something. But Oblight or whatever it is here, we have discard a card. What? Ouch. Okay. Hopefully that's it, right? No. Sacrifice an artifact. Oh, thank God. I don't have an artifact. Jesus. Oh, okay. Well, sacrifice another creature. Wait, what? Oh. Lands? Do you like lands? Do you like land destruction? Well, you have to sacrifice a land as well. Ouch! That sucker hurts. That's a dungeon you wanna give to a friend or something like that. You know what I mean? And at the end of this Son of a Bee, we've got Cradle of the Death God. Create the Artopol, a legendary 4/4 black god horror creature token with Death Touch. So the end there is like one of the only good parts of it, honestly. Mostly you're just sadistically hurting yourself to get this 4/4 death touching horror. Which horror tribal would be also pretty cool too if you do something horror tribal. I'm always saying, you know, let the tribal rock. It's a good affordable thing. Anyway, next up we have good old Evolving Wilds. But we have a badass land for it. Still, I'm still down, you know what I'm saying? I have enough Evolving Wilds of the same artwork, so I'm cool to see this. It's nice. We have Dungeon Module 7, Evolving Wilds. We got the Dungeons and Dragons logo on the top left, along with like a C7. An adventure for character levels 1 through 4, so this is just starting out in a MMO, RPG or something like that. You got an elf jumping across. Well, I'm going to say elf. It could be just a human or something. Female human. But somebody's jumping across this ravine while another person in armor and spear, cape, just standing there watching the crazy person jump the ravine. It is a land. It's also at common. I don't know if you know Evolving Wilds. Very good. Especially Commander. It's a common. It's very well played. Anyway, you tap this son of a bee to sacrifice Evolving Wilds to search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Why does that matter, Ridge? I could have just played a basic land or something else. Well, let me enlighten you here. Say you have a card called Crucible Worlds or something like that, right? You could potentially, next turn, if you have no lands to throw down, grab the Evolving Wilds back out of the graveyard. And then you can crack it again. So you're thinning the deck while searching for a land every turn. Something like that. Very cool. It's just cool. It's cool, boys. All right, next up, we have something cool. I'm glad I get to see this right now because this would usually be hidden somewhere else. So we have the one and only Flump once again. But we have a little bit of information on Flump now. As if it were a baseball card. We have stats, okay? So it's like stats, but it's one of the art cards, so it kind of makes sense. I'm kind of excited for this. So, once again, we have Flump. Flump has possibly an attack called Small Abrasion. It's got challenge 1 through 8 there. Its armor class is 12. Its hit points are 7. His speed is 5 feet. He can fly up to 30 feet. His attack is Telepathic Shroud, Tendrils, and Stench Spray. His strength is 6, -2. His intel is 14, -2. His dexterity is 15, -2. His wisdom is 14, +2. His con something or other, this is going to be the health here, I believe. I forget what it is there, but I believe that's going to be the health of the guy. It's 10 +0. And then the CH, that could be chakra or something. I'm not 100% sure what the CHA is there, honestly. Like, again, I did not play any D&D. This left side right here, these 4 are just common knowledge. The con, I assume, is some sort of health stat, just from other experience in games and stuff. The CHA, I'm not 100% what that is. It could be abbreviation for character, could be something else. I imagine it's something else. But this is going to be the art card for Flump. So this is an art boy. So just putting that out there. Next up, we have another. So we have a second. So we have a second artwork for the same card in the set. We have an Evolving Wilds that looks normal to us with a different artwork. So this is about the third artwork or so, maybe fourth or fifth. I'm not 100% sure. But this is another one, and I like this one because I have the other one that gets you land that is a volcano. So I like the volcano creature thing here. So yeah, we have Evolving Wilds. It's a land. Once again, you can sacrifice it. Evolving Wilds. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Why does this matter? Cards like Crucible Worlds, once again. You'll be able to play this and just keep searching with this one card. Just is a constant synergy every turn. And if you can even manage to manipulate it more, you can probably play all the lands in your deck. I don't know if that exists yet, but maybe one day it will. So that's pretty cool. And I believe we have some uncommons and commons coming up. So next up we have Dungeon Crawler for 1 swamp, 1 CC. We have a creature type zombie. He is an uncommon. He is a 2/1. He enters the battlefield tapped. That already sounds terrible. And when you complete a dungeon, you may return Dungeon Crawler from your graveyard to your hand. So if this guy is in your graveyard, you can return him to your hand by completing a dungeon. Pretty cool. Next up, we have Cloister Gargoyle for 2 mana of any color and a Plains 3 CC. We have a Artifact Creature Gargoyle. Nice to see some Gargoyle love. I'm going to imagine some Gargoyle EDH decks in the future. Somebody's trying to make that happen. When Cloister Gargoyle enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Once again, a dungeon card here. As long as you've completed a dungeon, Cloister Gargoyle gets +3 and has flying, and ends up being a 3/4 instead of a 0/4 that it starts out with. I think we had a couple more spoilers, so bear with me here while I go back and check. I don't want you to miss out on some spoilers today. No, I guess that's it. We had the Evolving Wilds, the Dungeon Crawler. So, what do I think and stuff? So, I'm excited. I like the mashup here. I'm sure it won't break the game. I mean, I'm sure dungeon stuff will be a part of standard for sure. And whatnot, you know, limited format. It's probably just gonna be a thing. What do I got going on? So, let's see. I think Wednesday I've got some grinding. I've actually been grinding on the Magic the Gathering Arena mobile. And we're still working with the mono white aggro. I grinded all the way to platinum last night. So we have surpassed gold. We have grinded our way into the Platinum League. And so that's cool. So I have a grinding video that I'm going to post out here about the Magic the Gathering Arena mobile. So that's a video coming up. It is now officially spoiler season for Adventures of the Forgotten Realms. So definitely by Monday, or possibly even over the weekend, you're going to see some videos from yours truly. Don't forget about doing all the things and joining the giveaway. It's worth it. First place, 3 booster packs, one of them being Modern Horizons 2 Draft. You can pull a $40 card out of there or better. You never know. You can pull a couple $40. You can pull 3 $40 cards, honestly, I think. So, you know, you never know. It's all a gamble. It's all luck. There's a little bit of gambling, I think, in Magic the Gathering, especially if you crack packs and stuff like that. But I like to have all the commons and all that good stuff to play with. It also helps in Standard and stuff like that. So, what do we got? So I've told them about that. Also, for all you Commander and EDH players, because I'm a huge Commander and EDH player, y'all seriously got to go check out Commander Wars EDH. We're putting them up. Here you go. I'll leave a link in the description as well. Go check it out. We're on like episode 21, guys. We're on episode 21. We have so many different decks you can check out. If you like anything Magic Ridge is playing, you'll probably be able to figure it out pretty quick. You can come back to my channel, Magic Ridge. Go ahead and look around. Just go right into the deck tech area of my channel, and you will find all the decks, most of the decks that I've played on the channel. I try to make a new one every week. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. Just a heads up, we definitely have some Modern Horizons 2 builds. We've each built 2 different decks. So you got that to look forward to. 6 new Modern Horizons 2 Commander decks to go check out on the channel coming up this Friday, hopefully, with some luck. If not, next Friday. So, you got that to look forward to. And I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, afternoon, good morning to you. I'm out of here. Got some more stuff to do. Alright? We'll catch you tomorrow or on Monday. We'll let you know about the spoilers, okay? Have a good day.